These are the exact 3 cards that I received from the Buyee. These are the worst condition that I mentioned. As you can see the surface, there's a lot of scratches. Not just the scratches but also the factory defects. That you can see a lot of white dots on the surface. But when the seller try to capture the images, he capture it in a way that it hides all of those defects. You can see here, you can see at the seller page, the way he captured it, you can't really see any defects. Like you wouldn't expect the scratches would be that bad. Like for this one, I kind of expect a little bit of scratches, but when you get the real card, especially you see this one, this is a very deceiving photo to show the conditions of the cards. You look at these conditions of the item. He says this one, Yaya Kizuya Hokore Ali, something like this. A little bit of damage, maybe it means. But when you look at the photos, you see this one I can see a little bit of defects, but it doesn't show the true condition of the cards. Especially the first 3 photos, this one, these 3 photos are quite deceiving, including this one. Like who could have known that the conditions of the card have so many scratches? This one is the worst condition that I mentioned. I mean, it even affects when you try to see the greatness of this ghost rare, it affects the overall presentations. But for the other 2, I think it's still, it's still bearable. It's still very bad. As you can see, these are the other 2. Like who would have expected this kind of quality from the images that show on the website? You can see how terrible is the scratches. The seller tried to capture the images like this. Who would have known? It's about the same of trying to trick the consumer to buy something that is not the real, what we say, the real likely play card. This one is quite severe already, you see. Actually all of them are not so great, but this one, when you try to see this kind of ghost rare effect, it doesn't show up that much, the scratches, compared with this one. This one is the worst out of 3. You see, you can see a lot of scratches. 3 of them, the conditions are quite terrible. I hope that Buyee can improve a little bit in the future. If let's say if I purchase something, the photos on the website show no scratches, but the real card have this kind, a lot of scratches, please don't send it. Just refund for me, please. This is very terrible condition. If you got someone who plays trading card or Yugioh card or Pokemon card, Vanguard, whatever, you can ask them. This is not a good condition card. This one is not something we can just brush it off as a lightly play. This one is considered a moderately play already. You see how severe is the scratches? This one as well. 3 of them has the scratches. Those 3 are exact card that I bought from Buyee. And you see the website. Like, who would have known? You look at the website. This ID. This is what the exact card I bought. I even bought with a standard plan. I in the hope that if Buyee sees something irregular, Buyee will return for my sake. But I don't know whether maybe they didn't check it properly, or is it damaged during the consolidations. But I believe it's the seller. The seller tried to trick people into buying this. The condition is not honest, you see. It's not an honest condition. You see the way he captured the photos? It's very bad.